What's up, bro?
What's going on, brother?
How's Thanksgiving, dude?
It was really good. How about yours?
It was good, bro. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's my Thanksgiving was really good. I spent it with family. It was the day after that was a fucking pain in the ass, dude.
Why?
Because I went and I actually tried to do something to better myself, and I went to the gym.
What'd you do?
And I fucking did bench, and I did ab workouts, and just like, and then I ran on the treadmill. But I'm 100% convinced that at 35 years old, working out is bad for you, bro. It's no longer good for you.
Well, we're not supposed to be lifting weights because we're pretty big guys. We should be doing like calisthenics and stuff.
Yeah, I know. But it was the calisthenic shit that fucked me up.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, bro, do you understand, right? Like, after I got home, I went and took a shit, and I couldn't wipe my ass because I was getting cramps in my obliques. So I just... I had to sit for 10 minutes on the fucking toilet.
I can totally relate to that, bro. That sucks, dude. You sitting there hopeless. You're like, fuck, I wish I was ambidextrous. Think about it. You're right. Are you right or left-handed?
I'm right-handed.
So say you were right-handed, right? You are right. You go back and you reach, like, you got that sharp little in your oblique. You pull back. You're like, oh shit, how am I gonna do this? All right, let me stretch it out and use my left hand. But you know damn well that's not possible because we're right-handed people.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, then fucking try to use my left hand. My fingers are gonna go to the toilet paper.
Control the pressure. That's so funny.
Yeah, but no, I'm convinced that shit is bad for us when we turn 35, bro.
Your body just shuts down. That's why,
bro. Shit is horrible.
I hate the fact that when you're motivated and you're working out and everything, and you're like on a fucking I'm fucking 5 days straight, blah blah blah, and then like the sixth day you just sleep wrong. You wake up with a kink in your neck. You're like, fuck, dude, I was supposed to do fucking yes and no's today, and I got a kink in my neck, or like you got like I don't know, just like something hurts every day because we're getting older.
I hate that we have to think about how we sleep now. Like, when I was 21, dude, I didn't give a fuck. Just give me something cool to lay down on. That was it. I was done. Bro, I passed out drunk on the side, like, by a pool.
Mm-hmm.
And I was happy
I wasn't
as a
there
clam.
for that, but I heard about that one.
I was happy as a clam.
Is that when
I was like one of Nikki's parties or something.
was it Kevin that poured water on you?
No, that was a whole nother time.
Oh, that was a different time.
No.
Okay.
Well, I used to be Captain KO, but bro, I'm telling you, give me a cold floor and I don't give a shit if it's on rocks.
No.
I can sleep on it. Now, bro, I need a plan for that shit. Like, I need to fucking make sure I have my pillow set up properly. Like, I'm in the right spot of the bed. I can't sleep on one of the corners of the bed, or you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Because my back can be fucked up. But that was such a defeating feeling, like having to sit there waiting for the cramps to go in order to wipe my ass.
You're crazy. Now my Thanksgiving was good. We went out to Grandma's house. Obviously, Grandma's not here with us. R.I.P. Grandma. Family came out. We hung out, had dinner, and just watched the football games and joked around and stuff like that. But me and my dad, I had this idea before Thanksgiving. I was like, you know what? I want to buy Grandma a table for Thanksgiving, like the designated like a table for Thanksgiving. We used to have one back when we lived in Milpitas. It was an 8-foot table. But I was like, nah, it's got to be longer than 8 feet because I want more people and I want everybody to sit at the table. Mm-hmm. So I found this table out in Fresno. It was pretty pricey. Brand new, they go for about $1,200. Yeah, and this is a folding table, right? Yeah. It's 12 feet long.
A $1,200 folding table?
Well, it's like, think of it in school, back when we were in elementary school, you know, those cafeteria tables? Yeah. But they came with the bench, it looks like a bench, and they had the seats up there.
Oh, okay.
But take away the seating and just have the tabletop, and it folds up and folds down like the cafeteria style. Yeah. I bought one of those. So, brand new, I was looking for one for like $1,200, but I found a pretty good deal out in Fresno. So me and my dad went out there and we bought it, and it was pretty warped, but we didn't want the particle board on the top, so we got brand new wood, stained it, everything, made it look nice, and we're actually gonna put engraving in grandma's Thanksgiving table, and then we have this company. I forgot the name of the company, but there's stickers, they're removable stickers, and you can put pictures. So you put stickers all over the fucking table. So like every time somebody comes out, they want to contribute to the grandma's table, because Thanksgiving was her favorite holiday.
Bro, I used to love Thanksgiving at your house. I remember after I would get...
Wait, during it or after?
Well, I mean...
Because after we used to play ping pong and get fucked up.
Well, yeah.
Not ping pong,
you had your
beer pong.
Yeah, you had your Thanksgiving parties, but what I mean is, like, I would eat dinner with my family and then come to your house, have leftovers there, and then we'd freaking have a massive party.
Yeah.
Like, every single Thanksgiving.
Yeah, if we weren't playing poker, then we were playing beer pong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, some of my craziest memories and best memories are literally your Thanksgiving party.
Yeah, they're fun.
That's when I left... Oh, dude. Never mind, I should... Or no, whatever. That's when I left that chick in the car.
Live your truth.
No, you remember what I'm talking about?
No.
No.
I think you should go into detail.
No,
yeah, no, I remember.
So I hit it off with the chick, and we went back to the car, and I didn't have a condom in the car, so I went back to the party, and I found out that other people that were part of our friends
Okay,
group,
now I remember.
Yeah, now you remember.
I was like, what is he talking about?
And after I found out that she had been with some of the other people in our friends group, then I was like, oh, yeah, no, and I just left her there. Bro, you know how bad I feel about that? Like, it's still one of my biggest regrets. I feel so bad about that. Like, if I could, I would go to her and
we all make mistakes, bro.
I know, but it's still just one of those things. If I ever saw her again, I'd be like, I'm so fucking sorry for that. Like, I feel so bad.
Mm-hmm.
That was bad. And then my absolute worst memory is also from your Thanksgiving party when I
Goods and bads, bro.
when I went streaking down your street and
you
passed out in
up and
someone's
you woke up
lawn.
on the lawn. Junior found you in the morning.
Yeah. Bro, that was quite a shock to wake up at like
funny.
7 a.m, freezing cold in my boxers, with my phone and wallet next to me, and I'm just like, what the fuck just happened?
Well, before we get into today's topic, I got a surprise.
What's the surprise?
We got our first care package.
Nice.
Yeah, it's actually my coworker, my friend, Mike. We call him Mike T. Call him Turbo
Thank you, Turbo.
for reasons of work reasons.
Yeah.
But let's see what he got us.
Ooh.
We got some beers, bro.
Hills to the year, brother.
What is this one called?
Juicy tart?
Looks like an airhead.
Yeah, it does.
It's a sour owl.
Oh, no, like a warhead, sorry.
It's a double Hortz Punch by Alvaro Street Brewery, 8%. Ooh, you know what I say? If it's below an 8.0, you just say no. Don't drink that water, bro. Oh, this one's 8% too. Dope. And this is called Sherberts or Sherbrutes. Try to mix sherbet.
Brute is a type of beer. Or
They're mixing it up with sherbet, and it's a sherbet infused. They're basically.
Let's
sours.
try that one first.
You want to try the sherbet?
Yeah.
Well, I want to try. Oh, let's try it. So, as I pour this and prepare our glasses, I wanted to ask you something.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about buying. Ooh, I'm thinking about buying a electric car. And I know you used to work in the financing departments and selling cars and stuff. Would you go with the Tesla? Would you go with here you go, bro. Would you go with the Tesla? Would you go with the new Priuses? Those would look dope. Cheers, brother.
That's an interesting flavor.
I mean, it looks like
Like
it looks like tomato juice, but it tastes
it's sweet
it's a sour, dude.
and sour beer. That's what it tastes like. Sweet and sour beer. Interesting. Thank you again, Mike / Turbo. But electric, dude. You're gonna be one of those.
Well, you
might as well get the electric Mustang.
Well, they're talking about nowadays how they're gonna start taxing you.
Per mile that you drive.
Per mile that you drive, and I drive a fucking far.
Yeah, because the fucking state of California is trying to just squeeze every dime that they can out of people.
If I gotta pay for travel miles now, and on top I gotta pay for gas, it's only smart to adjust and like eliminate the gas and start charging, because charging is cheaper.
Well, let me ask you this: if everyone just stopped buying cars because their only choices was electric, how soon do you think?
I believe everybody will be fit and everybody's obliques would hurt.
But really, I mean, it's if everyone just stopped buying cars because their only options were.
That's not the thing, though.
No, you're saying that we're pretty much going to be forced into buying electric cars.
Yes, obviously, right? That's what the market's getting to.
And what I'm saying is California is the biggest consumer state in the country.
Yes.
If we all just stop buying cars in protest, right? Gas cars would come back real fucking quick.
It's not going to happen.
But, okay, then get the electric Mustang. I can see you driving that, dude. You in an electric Mustang.
Don't ever disrespect me like that again.
What's wrong with the Mustang?
Real men don't drive Mustangs. That's a female's car. Think of it back. Look.
Do you know how the Mustang was invented?
Don't you ever disrespect me like that again.
Do you know how the Mustang was created?
Yeah, Barbie.
No.
In her commercials when she was trying to sell her Barbie dolls.
No. So muscle cars were a thing for guys, and Ford wanted to get into making muscle cars for girls. So they created the Mustang specifically to market to women. Muscle cars were already a thing. Mm-hmm. Guys loved them. Mm-hmm. So Ford was trying to get into the muscle car market for girls.
So say that one more time.
Mustang.
The Ford part.
Yes. Ford was trying to get into the muscle car market for girls. So they created the Mustang.
Don't ever tell me to buy a Mustang again. I know that.
That's what I'm saying. You might as well. If you're going to get an electric car, you might as well.
I'm a Chevy man through and through.
Oh, God. You and this fucking Ford Chevy shit, bro.
What?
It's ridiculous. Why can't one car be good and the other car also be good?
I mean,
it's a Ford, but why can't it also be good?
When it comes to pickup trucks, I say Ford's up there for sure.
And, but, I mean, look, I get it. You had your truck. You had your Impala for a long time. It's your family in general is a Chevy family.
Yeah, so don't ever say buy a Mustang.
Okay, so if the Mustang was by Chevy,
I will buy a Prius before I buy. Hey, dude, those new Priuses, those look dope. They look like little I don't want to say the word, but they look like little race cars.
I mean, look, they look better than. It's the best the Prius
better
ever
than
looked.
the first Prius.
Yes, it's the best the Prius has ever looked.
Yeah,
out of all the time I worked in the industry, that was the car where I was like, geez, it was the hardest to sell because I just fucking thought it was the ugliest goddamn car.
Yeah.
And if you don't like what you're selling, it's really difficult to do. As for getting a new car in general, brother, I'm telling you, right now is not the time. The interest rates are insane right now. Do you understand that on a 5-year loan, right? If you have average credit, you're going to be paying 14 or
so what's
15.
Average? Like 7?
No, average would be about 650.
Okay.
Right? You're paying about 15 to 20% interest. Right? Like it's bananas. At a 20% interest rate over a 5-year loan, you're paying double the price of the car in total. Did you know that?
So it's kind of like the housing market right now.
Yeah. Yeah, like people don't understand how interest works.
So when did shit get bad?
The pandemic. Pandemic, bro.
The what? The plandemic?
No, but COVID, bro, it set all that shit into motion and just fucking. It also doesn't help that it. It also doesn't help that people are still spending money like out of control.
Yeah,
because inflation
I heard
keeps
the debt
going
ceiling
up.
and everybody's
yeah.
savings are gone, and
Yes,
it's just bad right now.
yes. It's the more that people spend, the higher inflation goes. It doesn't give the economy a chance to start cooling off, and that's when prices are going to start going down. Right, interest rates are going to start going down.
But obviously interest rates aren't going down, so
I mean they just started going down, but I would give it at least another year.
What's the interest rates right now?
Like it is for cars or for what?
Cars.
Bro, they're in the tens.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Because I know the housing market right now is at 7.5, which is still fucking high.
Yeah, and that's with fucking phenomenal credit.
Yeah.
That's with perfect credit.
So if I were to go, say, I'm gonna say I go with Tesla because that's like the most common electric car to buy. That's popular right now. It's Tesla. Say I go get a Model Y, something, right? And I have a 740 credit score, and I go
Model Y. Did you shave your vagina this morning?
I don't know. I don't know nothing about Teslas, bro. I don't even feel good about going to buy an electrical car, bro. I came from the era, my first car was a 1967 Super Sport. I used to rev the fuck out of the engine just to fucking trigger alarms on my block.
That's something I can imagine. Yeah,
the glass backs, whoosh, and then you just got alarms for two blocks.
So I don't feel so good at breaking into cars because you knew which ones had alarms already.
I have no clue what you're talking about. So, but what I'm saying is that I don't feel good as it is to going into an electric box, and it just doesn't feel. I'm only doing it because it's only a smart decision as far as money and adjusting to how crazy shit is nowadays.
Yeah,
trying to save money. Obviously, charge your car is cheaper than gas. And they're pushing people away from gas vehicles.
Yeah.
So when I say Model Y, any type of electrical, yeah.
All right, fine. If you need to get a car, find a brand that has its own bank, like Ford. Right? Like Ford.
Once again, I'm not buying a Ford.
Well, listen to this. If you have average credit with another car company.
No, I just said, say I have a 740.
Okay, fantastic credit. You're still paying 8, 9, 10% with fantastic credit. You know what interest rates are at Ford because they have their own bank? 2.9.
Okay, so I know
on a $50,000 car.
Question. So I know when you're buying a house, you can buy points down. Can you do the same thing for cars?
You can. So depending on your down payment, you can get a lesser interest rate, and on leasing as well. It's you can actually pay down your. Even though they say, "Oh, it's a lease, there's no interest rates." Of course, there's a fucking interest rate. It's called the money factor.
Yeah.
Right, and you multiply it by 0.0024. That's your interest rate on the lease. Okay. Right.
Now, if I'm financing the car, would it be smart to go through the dealership directly if I'm dealing with you? Go to a bank or go to a credit union, or is there a smarter route?
Now, a lot of my friends who are in the car industry are going to get mad right now. If you want the best rate, and
you're not even in the car industry, so it's like, hey,
yeah, but
it is what it is.
If
you ever see those TikTok videos?
Which ones?
Now that you don't work for the company, tell me a secret that you're not supposed to tell.
Oh, dude,
this is that moment.
Oh my god, the things that I could tell you would shock you, brother. From the drugs,
I'm pretty sure we want to know.
Oh, dude, like...
Well, first answer that question, and then we can roll down that rabbit
hole. Yeah, so if you want the best rates possible, you 100% would not go through the dealership.
Okay.
Of course not. If you either get...
Sorry, Teddy.
You get pre-approved through your own bank. If you really want the best fucking rate, though, you go to a credit union. You go to a credit union. They give you your pre-approval.
What's it look like, a comparison from credit unions and to the dealership?
A lot.
Because I know once you walk into the dealership, they pressure you into going their route.
Mm-hmm.
But
here's the thing. I'm not saying that they're bad guys at the dealership, right?
Well,
they're not trying to get
over
over on
their
you.
own personal interest.
Exactly. So they are gonna fight to get you the best rate possible, right? But they only have so much that they can do,
mm-hmm.
right? And at the end of the day, their goal is for you to drive home in that car that day.
Yeah, I remember when I bought my Audi, you were telling me don't add any packages or anything like that.
Yes,
it's worth nothing.
Yeah, and again, it's going to depend on your situation. Obviously, if you buy a brand new fucking car, like 0 month, then I would probably give you different advice, right? But I know what these things are worth and how often you can use them and things like that. And I think even then, I told you the only thing you should get is the oil changes.
You know what?
And you never fucking used them like an idiot.
10 oil changes and I never went.
You're an idiot.
Well, the thing is that
you
I lived in
understand
Hayward.
How cheap it was to get those oil changes?
I know that, but I lived in Hayward. I bought the car on the side. Where was that at? Stevens Creek.
Stevens Creek, yeah.
Stevens Creek. And then I ended up moving from Hayward out to Tracy. So I work in Milpitas. It would make no sense to go out towards Stevens Creek to get an oil change when it's out of my way.
But that's what I'm saying. You work in Milpitas. You could have dropped the car off at Stevens Creek and then picked it up when you're off work. Yeah. I like how your jaw just dropped.
Pick up my car at 10 o'clock at night?
Yes.
You guys still open?
Bro, do you know how many times I was there till 2, 3 in the morning? Bro, one of my...
Actually working or doing drugs?
Actually working, bro. One of my bosses, his name was Stan. Fucking most badass motherfucker I've ever met, dude. He drove with me to a customer's house on New Year's Eve.
I think you called me for this one. Is this the one you went to the house and she's you went to go sign the paperwork at her house or whatever, or for her to sign the paperwork and you forgot the paperwork and you had to go back?
That was a different one. So with this one, the dude came into the dealership not expecting to buy a car. I sold him the car. We went through financing, but he didn't have the down payment, which means he couldn't take the car. So Stan, the fucking general sales manager of the entire dealership, Mercedes-Benz of Stevens Creek, we drove like almost 2 fucking hours to this dude's house where he had the cash for the down payment so that we could leave him the car and I get the delivery of that car that day, which means it would increase my bonus for December because if we delivered the car the next day, that would have to count towards January. Yes. So that was one of the fucking best moments. Bro, he was so, like, he was upset.
Stan's the man. Yes, he is.
He really was, though. Bro, he used to let me do shit that no other salesperson could even dream of, bro. I used to fucking fly. I flew to Vegas on dealership time to have a customer sign contract, dude.
That's wild. So you're saying they'll go with the route of a credit union?
If you have that option, yes. And with credit unions, you can become a member if you live or work in their network, right? So where they service. Like one of the craziest ones is Redwood Credit Union. Dude, I don't understand how the fuck they do what they do. I've seen people come in.
Where are they from?
Huh?
Where are they at?
They're based in Redwood City and Palo Alto.
I think my grandfather is part of that.
Dude, here's the thing. They don't give a shit about any other of your credit as long as you have good standing with them. You could have a 450 credit score, but if you've never fucked them over...
Talk about loyalty.
Dude, I hated them.
Just
because I could never make money. I could never make money. Like people
You're going to come at me? Really? You're just going to drop this and then you're going to come at me like that? Now I don't even want to go pick a different salesman.
Yeah, dude, seriously. Like, you come in... right? And you have a 450 credit score, but you have a 6.9 from Redwood Credit Union. I'm like, how the fuck did you do that?
Hmm.
And it's, again, it's just because they don't give a shit about any other of your credit history. As long as you have good standing with them, they're going to treat you right.
Let's go down the rabbit hole.
Go down the rabbit hole?
Yeah.
Okay, go.
I want to know what are the dirty secrets about the car industry?
The dirty secrets. Oh, shit.
I'll start off with a question.
Most of your car salesmen are high.
On drugs?
Yeah. Adderall, cocaine, they're drunk.
To stay up?
Huh?
To stay up?
Yeah. It is the most stressful job you can imagine. It's the only thing I can think that would be the equivalent to it is being on Wall Street.
I was just thinking that right now.
Yeah, like it's you're on coke, bro. There was one time we went upstairs for the Saturday morning meeting, right? And this fucking glass table still, because these idiots did not clean the table from the night before, covered in coke. Covered.
That's wild.
Like, I could have scraped a fucking dime bag off what was left on the table. Not a dime bag, an 8-ball.
That's too big.
Bro, that's
no way.
I swear to God. And then Stan came up and he was like, "No, that's not coke. There's no way." And I'm like, "Dude,
no,
why the fuck they weren't baking up here?"
There's a rat in the ceiling. It was chewing through the roof, and the sheetrock. It looks like it's not. It's not that.
Yeah. No, your average salesperson is high as fuck or drunk as fuck. There's been plenty of times that I was drunk as fuck selling a car, and I sold cars. There was one time where I got caught high and drunk as fuck, and I sold 3 cars that day. And my boss was like, "All right, well, I'm not going to fire you because you still did good. Just go home."
That's wild.
Yeah, no, it's there's that. In dealerships, all we think about is how to take your money.
Yeah, that's my
how
question.
To take your money. Yes,
when you go in there, it's literally putting on a front. Hey, how you doing? That's a nice tie. I'm gonna rip the shit off of you.
You have to think about it like this, right? It's really no different than anything else. Like, we're in the business to make money.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the other thing. When we know someone is genuinely in a bad spot or struggling, or we genuinely fight with our managers and our bosses to get you the best deal possible.
And they're still
like, we look out for you. Like, if we like you, we look out for you.
And they're still in the people you're fighting with to help out. They're still in that mode of, nope, I'm gonna fuck them.
The managers, yeah, because they don't know their story. They haven't seen them. But the salespeople, like, and it's one of those lost things, dude. Like, if you find a good salesperson, right, at a dealership,
so
you should hang on to them for life.
So are you saying most of all salesmen are like not just shitty but corrupt kind of?
Yes, unless we like you. And that's just a straight fact, dude. If we like you.
So if I go in there and I'm like, can I get some fucking help over here? I've been here for like 30 minutes.
Oh, you're fucked.
Yeah.
The Karens? Oh my God. I fucking, bro, I think like 10 of my last.
Michael, copy? Yeah, we got one. What's the 20? You remember that car that just got, recalled almost everything? Yep. We're going to lie to this guy. He's taking this one.
Yeah. Yeah. And the Karens, the people who think they know more than us.
Oh, those grind your gear?
The grind your gear ones, those are usually the ones who end up getting taken advantage of.
Mm.
Because they don't know the shit that we know.
Yeah.
Right? It's, like I said, the best way to get the best deal possible is obviously going to be knowing someone.
Yeah.
Right? But the next best is have your salesperson like you. Genuinely like you.
Yeah.
Like, I genuinely became friends with quite a few of my customers.
I can see that. I can see that for sure.
Yeah.
We just got done selling Jamie's dad's van.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to CarMax to get a estimate on it and how much they would offer me.
Mm-hmm.
It has a hydraulic lift on it for a handicap wheelchair and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Which fucking to install one of those in their van is like $7,000 as it is. They offered me 7,500,
Fuck.
and I was like, "What? There's no way." And then I went try to get another quote, and I can just totally tell that they're just trying to fuck me over.
Yeah.
We ended up selling it on the street, like probably like a week later,
Mm-hmm.
for almost double that.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Fuck, dude."
That's exactly what I'm talking about. There's literally nothing that can substitute your salesperson like you. Yeah. Like there was a guy who was friendly with me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is gonna make me sound like the world's biggest dick, but whatever. He came in to buy a car, right? And obviously, as a salesperson, we get paid on the profit of the car. Now, most cars,
try a different one?
Yeah,
right, for sure.
Most cars that we sell, and the car industry in general,
yeah,
right, is zero profit. Did you know that?
No, I did not.
It's when we tell you that there's literally, like, we're at the bare bones.
This is a double Hoswitz punch.
When we tell you that, like, we're at the bare bones, like, that's it, and we're literally not willing to come down anymore, it's because we are.
So you're literally being honest.
Yes. And the only hope that we have of making money back is that you're going to come in to the dealership to service your car, because those rates are set by the manufacturer themselves.
So you guys are like, I'm not saying you, I'm pretty sure you've done it before, but you're selling people shit cars just so you can get money on the other end of repairs.
Not shit cars, but we're hoping that yes, you're going to come in for your repairs, you're going to come in for your maintenance and all that stuff, because there's no negotiating.
Is that why all the cars look all fucking nice and shit on the interior, and they're all spotless and clean and shiny and all that other shit? But then you open up the engine, and the engine's not even fucking pressure washed, and it's fucking just an engine.
I'm glad you brought that up. If you go to buy a car and you see that the car itself is super clean, but the engine is not pressure washed, it's actually a better thing.
How so?
Because when you use a pressure washer, the jet stream of the water can literally get in so many places that you don't actually want water to be in.
Mm-hmm.
It can fuck with the car.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Now, if it looks hand wiped or hand cleaned, that's the best scenario. Because that means they actually took the time, the effort to actually hand wipe it down. But if I saw a car that looked like, if I popped the hood and it looked like it had been pressure washed,
mm-hmm.
I'm going to be like, nah, I'm good. Because I'm already thinking of electrical problems that are going to come down the road.
Mm-hmm.
There's thin plastics, thin tapes, thin
so it causes
cracks and things like that between housing cases and stuff like that, right? That the pressure washer will force water into, mm-hmm. or remove, like I said, thin plastics, thin tapes that aren't supposed to be exposed, right? But it's the quickest, easiest way to get under the hood looking good.
Yeah.
Right? There's other things that you should be looking for when you pop a hood besides if it's super clean.
Well, no, obviously.
Right? Like, look at the battery. Does it look like it has a whole bunch of corrosion built up around the contacts? Right? Look at dates. Right? Like, look at on filters and things like that. They have dates posted on when they've been changed. Those kinds of things are the things that will help you make a better decision.
Yeah. Right?
Like, yes, dealerships have to their cars have to pass certain inspections to be road legal. Mm-hmm. And that way it's way better to buy a car from a dealership than from a regular person. Mm-hmm. Right? Because dealerships have to it's called the 5 S's, right? And it's steering, safety, stopping, that kind of shit. Like, we have to make sure these cars can be driven safely on the road.
Yeah.
Before we release it. But for how long? Who gives a fuck? You might need new bearings. You might need new shocks. You might need a whole bunch of other shit that we don't give a fuck about.
Yeah.
As long as the car's safe to drive. Right? But it's literally like any other customer service job. You know, if we like you, we're going to treat you better.
Yeah.
We're going to take care of you more. Whereas if you're a dick, I used to love those people, right? Like, I remember this one time I was working at Mini when I was the finance director, and these customers walk in and just kind of like we're having a conversation. Not that they were particularly bad, but I just didn't like the way they approached us, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, "Oh yeah, we're looking for the door." And so I go, "Oh yeah, there's a door there," and I put it to the front door. "Oh, there's a door there," and I put it to the bathroom, right? And I just stopped and you know me, like I have a different sense of humor, right? I like fucking with people.
Yeah.
And so I just paused there, with no smile on my face, nothing, just waiting for them to catch on that I'm like, get the fuck out or go take a shit. Right? Like I'm waiting for them to realize that I just insulted them.
Yeah.
And they're just like, well, where's the door? You know what I mean? Like, oh, and I used to fuck with people, dude. Yeah. I used to fuck with people so bad. It was one of my joys in life, I think.
Yeah.
But no, to get back to your original question though, with like rates and stuff like that,
and adjusting for inflation and everything, and getting ready to buy an electric car.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, it's the best you can possibly do is go to your own bank.
Yeah.
Right. Especially like Bank of America, Capital One, like they give crazy good rates.
Okay.
Come into the dealership with your own pre-approval, you know, and with your pre-approved budget.
Yeah.
And don't exceed it.
Yeah.
Right. If you have a brand new car, warranty is always fantastic. Whatever they're charging you, cut it by half. Cut it by half. That's the real price. Mm-hmm. If you can get a little bit above that, you're doing great.
Yeah.
Right. It's just one of those things like people don't know about like I remember when we were growing up, we got taught this shit. Like, oh, don't take someone's first offer, you know, stuff like that. Yeah. Like nowadays people are just like, okay, whatever. Like people don't know that interest rates are negotiable. They walk into a dealership and they hear an interest rate, right? And they're like, okay. And they just sign. And you're like, holy fuck, I just made so much money.
Yeah.
Right? Like those the interest rates on commercials and shit, those are possible if you have good credit.
Yeah.
But they tell you, oh, those are the top 0.01%, and they make excuses and all that kind of shit, right?
Yeah.
Like if you have above a 750 credit score, you're eligible for all the best.
Yeah.
All the best rates for home financing, banking loans, auto loans, like whatever you can imagine, those are the ones who get it, right?
Okay, yeah.
And it's like, and people don't know that you can, like, talk about it. Like home loans, right? Remember when you were refinancing your house?
Yeah.
And what did I tell you?
You told me to do it, and I was like, nah, dude, I'm already 2 years in. I don't want to do this.
No, what did I tell you about your rate?
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like you were okay with a 4 point something, right?
I was at a 4.2. And
what'd you end up getting?
2.8.
Exactly. And why? Because I fucking told you, don't trust your fucking banker. And you, bro, loved your banker.
That, yeah.
You loved your banker. You were like, no.
I was trying to be loyal, bro.
Like I said, they have to genuinely like you, not just like you as a customer.
Yeah.
But it's. Do you understand the difference between a 2.9 and a 4.2 on a 30-year fixed loan?
Mm-hmm.
Tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Saving me a lot of money. It's not just the $350 difference in the mortgage monthly.
Yeah.
It's the long run.
Yes.
It was wild.
Remember.
You know what's crazy about that right now?
What?
You know how you told me to do that?
Uh-huh.
My boy Mike, the one that gives us the beers, he did the same thing. And me and him to this day talk about it like, oh, dude, we're so smart for doing that shit. Yeah. Because if I wouldn't have done it, I'd be paying 20. I'm gonna say 2,800. No, 2,700 a month. Right now, I'm paying 23.
Yeah,
And it's wild, bro. And they
per
called
month for 30 years, brother.
Yes, exactly. They're calling in the people who actually took advantage of the time because it was around COVID.
Yeah.
The interest rates dropped, and they said it was historic lows. So that caught my attention, and that's why I called you and said, "Hey, do you know anything about this, and that?" Because you had a finance background and stuff like that. He's like, "Yeah, you know what? You should do this, and that," and I did it. They're calling the people who actually did it golden handcuffs.
Yep.
Because they're the people who actually went through with it, refinanced, got that historical low, but now you're stuck there. You're not going to ever sell your house. You're not going to refinance again. You're not going to cash refinance. You're not going to do none of that.
Yeah.
Because you're stuck where you're at. And it's golden handcuffs. This is a great conversation. I mean, it's a great situation, but you're stuck there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I was trying to tell you. Like, and you fought me so hard on it.
Well,
dude.
no,
like,
I don't fight you. I just like to
no,
pick your...
you fought me.
No,
dude.
I like to pick your brain to find out where you're coming from and why you suggest certain things. So I like to challenge your way of thinking just to see if I can put myself in your shoes. But okay, this is what he means.
But when you were refinancing, if you remember, you were like, "Oh no, it's already done. We already talked about it. We already got everything set."
Yeah.
Right. And I was like,
I
"Fuck
thought
no."
I was already committed to it.
Exactly. I was like, until it's actually fucking signed.
Yeah.
Fuck no. Like, you better talk to someone else. You better, like, and I told you exactly what to do.
You know what? That whole conversation was refinance. I was refinanced with the same people that helped me buy the house and helped me purchase my first house, helped me sell my first house, and purchase my second house.
Yeah.
And then I was refinancing with them, and they gave me a rate of like 3.7, I believe. You're like, what? 3.7? That's still fucking high.
Yeah.
He's all, dude, trust me. You don't have to stick with these people. Call around.
Yes.
Go see what else is out there. And I did that, and I ended up finding 2.8. I was like, oh, fuck, I'm going with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, you'd be paying $500 more per month
for
30 years. But that's how interest works.
You rent right now, right?
Well, right now, because I got a crazy deal at Santana Row. I only pay $1,400 a month for a
How'd that work? How'd that happen?
I met the owner when I was working in the car business. I met the owner, and he hooked it up. And when he sold it to Santana Row, he made sure in the contract we're good.
That you stick where you're at. What are average? Because you have like you're basically locked in. You have golden renters handcuffs, right?
They can't change our rent.
Your neighbors and stuff like that. How much are they paying?
Oh, they're paying like $3,000.
$3,000 for like a what? A two?
A 1-bedroom.
For a 1-bedroom, $3,000.
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, I pay less than half of
that. That is wild, dude.
Bro, at a certain point, the amount of things that I had, like the cars and the fucking apartment, and I was paying less for all of it than most people were paying just for their rent or mortgage.
Yeah.
Because I know people and I know what to do. Like like I said,
basically networking.
Yeah. And it's like, for instance, if you bought a new house today or you bought a new car and you didn't call me, I'd be like, you're a fucking idiot.
No.
I'm your best friend. Like, why the fuck would you not call me?
Yeah.
When I know
just
all this
brainstorm.
Shit, right? Like, why would you not call me so I could take care of you?
Yeah.
Like I don't even need to work there. There was one.
You don't have to worry about that because I ain't buying a house right now. A lot of people can't buy houses right now.
But I feel like not that I want to be called and like bothered about that shit, but like people who don't call me when they're doing this stuff, that's what's shocking to me.
Yeah.
Like my mom, even though I was in the fucking car business and I worked for Toyota, she bought a car from Toyota Gilroy and got put over the coals. And she called me and told me that she bought this car. And I was like, Mom, are you out of your fucking mind? Like, are you kidding me right now? I could have got you that car for thousands less.
Mm-hmm.
Your interest rate would have been lower. And she bought warranty and all this kind of stuff. And I was like, cancel all that shit. Cancel all that shit. I called my buddies over at Toyota. She got extended warranty for 7 years at a third of the price.
Wow.
But it's and like with homes, it's even more so, dude. Like, do you understand? Everyone has their fingers in this particular pie.
What do you mean by that?
The listing agent, the selling agent, the buying agent, the banks.
Mm-hmm. There
are so many, again, fingers in this pie that are trying to make money off of
So I was actually thinking about that. Because I invested, I partnered up with two other people to buy a rental property in Oklahoma. It's doing great. Mm-hmm. Cash flow is fine and everything. But I was thinking a little bit more as far as touching on what you're saying, how everybody's just trying to get their fingers in the pot. I'm actually thinking about getting my real estate license. So if I ever want to do a deal, I do the deal on my behalf and my team of investors. And that money kind of like doesn't come out of our investment. And it just saves us money, and I'll get the commission, whatever, for the sale, or save the commission in the sale, whatever. Yep. But on top of that, I'll also be in on that outside of the fence. So where I'm networking with people, I'm building relationships, and I'm getting to see listings before they hit market. Mm-hmm. I'm getting to get to know wholesalers and what they have on inventory, and know this, and that. Not just to sell houses, but just to use it as my personal benefit to buy more rental properties and cut that middleman out.
That is one of the smartest things that you could do. If you are in real estate as an investment, 100%. That is literally one of the smartest things that you can do, but it's a long-term investment.
Yeah.
Right? Like, number one, people don't know that you have to be part of a brokerage under California law, right? Like, you have to be part of a firm for a certain amount of years before you can actually go out yourself and do shit like that.
Yeah.
Right? But as far as knowing homes before they hit the market, which homes, like which owners were about to put their house on the market but backed out for one reason or the other.
And
right?
Exactly. So if you're on that side of the fence, you know the contractors. Mm-hmm. You're in the conversation. Yes. As far as, okay, this is bad. Oh, I heard this, and that. You're keeping those relationships with other realtors in the area.
Yes.
And they're giving you the basically the inside scoop on knowledge about certain properties. So, like, if I'm just a regular person looking out to buy a house, and I want to buy a house, I don't know, somewhere in, like, wherever, Tracy, San Jose, Pleasanton, whatever, and it's on the market. Just a standpoint, I'll be lucky to even do it, because nowadays people are just fucking going full cash.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so competitive nowadays, it's ridiculous. Yeah. If there's even if a house is decently, like if it's listed and it's a decent price, good luck on even competing out there, because people are dropping, I'm hearing people are dropping like straight gold or some stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, they're coming in strong.
Yes.
So the people who got loans and are financing stuff like that get put on the back burner, because they're not even considering you.
Yep. The ones who finance, and they take longer, they're longer deals.
So what I'm saying is that if I had my foot in the door, I was on the other side of that fence, I'd be in front of the people who have hard cash.
Yes.
Because I'd basically get the sell before anybody who's even had the opportunity to go into the conversation.
That's exactly what it is. It's
kind of like nowadays you kind of have to move smarter. I mean, you have to.
Oh, you have to move way smarter, dude.
It's like chess, like we were talking about the other day, last week. You got to be ahead of the game.
It's chess, not checkers.
It's chess, not checkers.
But no, 100%. Like and you know what's funny is, again, these are the things that we heard growing up, but I feel like literally after our generation, that stopped.
Well, the generation after us isn't about buying houses. They're all about renting houses.
Yes.
That's when tech started to come in and stuff like that.
Yes.
And people rent more than buy, because they don't think it's smart to buy.
Yeah. It's also the most unaffordable that housing has ever been.
Yeah.
Like it's
I mean, that way of thinking made sense.
How far did you have to move to buy a house? Could you have afforded this house in San Jose or Milpitas?
No way.
No way.
This house in Milpitas would cost
1.5 million.
1.5
Easily.
maybe more.
Yeah, easily.
Because my grandmother, when her house sold, it was 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and this is a 4-3.
Yeah.
And my grandmother sold for 1.2. So this might have been a $2 million house.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. But you know who drives those prices up?
BlackRock.
Stupid ass people. No, stupid ass people. That's what drives the prices.
What do you mean, stupid ass people?
People like exactly that I just told you, who don't negotiate, who are just like, okay, oh, $2 million home, okay, 10% interest rate, okay.
Yeah.
You understand on a 10% interest rate, on a 30-year loan,
What, 10%?
a 10% interest rate.
So like right now it's at 7.8.
No, but that's the buy rate for
Okay,
banks.
okay.
So you're going to be paying 8, 9, 10%.
Okay.
Right? That with great credit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? At 10% interest rate on a 30-year loan, every 10 years, you're paying the price of the house just in interest.
Yeah.
People don't understand how interest works.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You take the term of the loan, divide the total of the principal of the balance. So if it's $100,000, right, on a 30-year loan, how much are you paying per year, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you divide by that, and you subtract that from the principal every single year for 30 years,
Mm-hmm.
and you multiply that by the interest rate.
Yeah.
Add all those years up, the interest,
And
that's how much
paying.
you're actually paying, plus the principal.
Yeah.
So people are like, oh, 4.9 interest rate, whatever, not a big deal.
Yeah.
And that's why
it makes a huge difference, for sure. That's
No.
exactly why.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I was so adamant. Like, bro, if you don't fucking do this shit, I'm gonna be mad at you. Like, do what the fuck I'm telling you to do.
Dude, making that move made save thousands of dollars, bro.
Thousands.
Yeah.
Every year, bro. Again, think about it. Every year you're saving $6,000 because of what I did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Telling you to do what I was telling you to do.
Mm-hmm.
$6,000 times 30 years, bro.
That's pretty good, bro.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, people don't know that they can negotiate on interest rate. And it's also like I don't know how to describe it. Like, it's one of the scariest things that keep people out of the housing market. Like, it's why places like Airbnb took off. It's why, people started living in hotels.
Well, Airbnb, I have something on Airbnb.
What's up?
I think Airbnb can make the market crash.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you got to think of it right now because of inflation. If you go to an Airbnb,
Mm-hmm.
say last time we got Airbnb, we went for that deep sea fishing trip in San Diego. So say we go to that same Airbnb,
Mm-hmm.
5 nights, $161 a night, right?
Uh-huh.
You're paying $805 for the stay, right?
Okay.
But Airbnbs have service fees. You got your cleaning fee, and then you have your service fee. Cleaning fee could be $250. Your service fee can be $149. So that's $400
Per night or for the
for the duration of the stay.
That's still fucking $400.
That's still $400 on top of your $800 bill. So you're paying $1,200. But you can go to a hotel, and you can get a hotel for 5 nights at like a Holiday Inn or something like that, or what are it called? What is it? A Marriott for like $500-$600 for the 5 nights, and then they're cleaning your house, they're cleaning your room, service fee and everything, and hotel fee, all that shit's included. But compared to $600 for the stay
For the hotel.
and you pay double that for Airbnb.
Yeah.
So I personally think that people are moving a lot smarter nowadays. They're not going to go straight for Airbnb. You know what I mean? They're going to go for the hotels because it's more
They're going to
convenient.
go for what's cheapest.
What's cheapest. But these people who run Airbnb, those owners still have mortgages.
Yep.
And if your business is taking a hit because of inflation and people are deciding to go a different route. Because obviously we went to Airbnb and it just made more sense because it's more comfortable, right? Because you're in a house. But if people are no longer doing that and people need to make up the money to pay their mortgage and and they're missing the payments, and they're going delinquent on payments, what do you think's going to happen?
A lot of houses coming to market.
Exactly. And we have low inventory right now.
Yes.
But say those go in the market, that means those houses foreclosed. What happened in 2008?
Yeah, that's exactly what
That's
happened.
why it crashed. It's because of foreclosure.
People, yes. Well, yes, but
In 2008, they were giving out loans like it was fucking candy.
Exactly. That was
But
the issue.
it's not even the fact of that. It is that the Airbnb is so
High interest
was
loans,
so
by the way.
popular before COVID.
Yes.
And then COVID hit.
Yeah.
And now it's no longer.
And their costs went up.
And people are smarter. Like, why the fuck am I going to go pay $400 for cleaning fees and service fees?
Yeah.
When I can get 2 rooms for that at a hotel.
Yeah.
Or save that $400 towards my trip and just pay $600 for 5 nights at a hotel, and I'll be more comfortable.
Yes.
It's
And again, with that kind of bullshit, with $400 in fees and cleaning, you fucking kidding me?
Like nuts.
It's, you know who loves it though? The hotels.
Yeah.
Because hotels were on the brink of collapse. The hotel industry was on the brink of collapse after COVID. And now, and oh, by the way, before COVID, Airbnb was killing hotels.
Yeah.
Right? Now, Airbnb is tanking because all these people need to try to make up that money that they lost for those 3 years. Right? And they're fucking charging high-ass fees, cleaning fees, all this bullshit. And hotels are still about the same price.
Yeah.
You know, $500-$600 for a week.
Yeah.
And now they're back.
Yeah.
But it's all these houses from Airbnb and places like that where businesses and companies were buying the houses just to Airbnb them.
You think interest rates are going to go back down in 2024?
Oh, I know they will.
Why?
It's because that's how the trend is going, and it's literally, if they don't, we're heading for another massive collapse. If they don't.
Well, everybody who, like, for instance, people buy houses around our age or in their 30s.
Yeah.
And they can't even buy houses in their 30s right now. And
Sure.
I know a couple of people that are waiting to buy houses and are waiting for that crash to happen. But in my eyes, I'm like, I think it's better to buy a house now, and when it does crash, then refinance, because then you got your foot in the door. Because when it does crash, what are you going to be competing with?
When it does crash, they won't refinance. Why would the bank do that? Why would
that's true.
Why would they refinance?
But
and lose all that money?
Okay, put it this way: buy the house now, so you can get the house and secure the house, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, when the market crashes and you do buy a house, you're not going to be able to buy a house because it's going to be too aggressive. You're sitting here with a bag, looking to buy a house, but you're not going to be able to even. Like that, you're not even going to be able to.
You can't think of it like that. Banks are in it to make money. How can they make the most money? Right? If you think that you're going to buy a house now and then refinance when the market crashes, good luck.
No, not market crash. I'm talking about like when interest rates go back down. The same shit. When I bought I bought in at 4.2
and refinancing the loan itself.
That was my initial question. Do you think interest rates are going to go back down?
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. You buy now and then refinance later when interest rates drop. Because once interest rates drop, the market's going to be more reasonable for people to buy.
True.
But it's going to be way too aggressive.
Yes.
You're not going to have the
correct.
opportunity. Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry, I worded it wrong.
Yeah.
But interest rates, yes, when they go back down.
Yeah. It's like people thinking, oh, I'm going to wait to buy a house until rates get better. That's retarded. That's how you cause the housing crash of 07, 08.
And then you think that it's going to look better in 2024 for renters?
No. For buyers, yes. For renters, no. Fuck no. Those days are long away, brother. But anyways, I think we reached our time, dude. That was a great conversation, though.
I kind of feel like we can talk forever.
Fuck yeah, dude. I could talk about this for a long time. There's so much more
I want to talk about.
But no, thank you, man. I enjoyed the conversation. Thank you, everybody, for listening.
You enjoy the beer?
I did. I thought those were pretty good. Thank you again, Mike.
Shout out, Mike.
Turbo.
Cheers,
brother. Ugh. All right, you guys have a great rest of your Thanksgiving weekend. Peace.
Later.